A finalists as we call them onto the driver's stand. Pole position on the grid, driving Schumacher, Ben Smith. Second on the grid, driving for inside line, Paul Crompton. Third place on the grid, driving for Yokomo, Matt Thompson. Fourth on the grid, driving for X-Ray, Edward Callan. Your fifth place, driving for Associated, Eugene Galley. Sixth place, driving for Schumacher, Phil Slay. Seventh, driving for Associated, Ben Jemison. Eighth place, driving for X-Ray, William Callan. Ninth place, driving Team Associated, Charlie Saunders. And your 10th place, driving for Schumacher, Tyler Liddell. So well done drivers, that is your top 10 here today.
A final, four-wheel drive, leg 1.
A final, leg number 1. Ben Smith leads them off from Paul Crompton. Like a nice, pretty, tidy start there from everybody. Well done. So down straight they go to the first line. Ben Smith, Crompton, Callan, Galley. All in full regulation order. Mistake there from Paul Crompton. So Matt Thompson sneaks through up to second, giving Ben Smith a bit of breathing space. So it's Ben Smith from Matt Thompson now. Paul Crompton third, Edward Callan, Eugene Galley, Phil Slay. These guys got some very fast cars underneath them, got some great skill to get it into the A final. Some nice clean racing, whatever it takes out there. So Ben Smith checking off 1.7 was the gap. Matt Thompson got the pressure from Paul Crompton, got a fast car underneath him. Oh, Thompson catches the corner and he's over. So Crompton released back to second. So Ben Smith had built a lead of 2.8 seconds over the last couple of laps to see what Crompton can do. Well, he's not going to settle back for second, he's going to push on. So last time through a lap in the same pace, gap then 2 seconds further back to Edward Callan and Matt Thompson. Ben Jemison works his way up to 5th position, so top 4 pretty much broke away from the rest of the field. This was the race leader, Ben Smith. Mega consistent at the sharp end, here comes Crompton. And Smith extends the lead to 3 seconds at the sharp end, so he's not backing it off, he's keeping his hammer down. Crompton 3 seconds back from Ben Smith, 2 minutes on the clock, 3 to go.
Race order after 2 minutes. 1, 2, 4, 3, 7, 9, 10, 6, 8, 5, moving on lap 6.
So they go around to 2.8 seconds. Crompton made a mistake there, he gets it back on his wheels, does not need marching, but it's cost him another couple of seconds. So Ben Smith down the straight with a big lead now. See, here comes Crompton, the gap is 4 seconds. So it's Matt Thompson, Edward Callan, that's the closest battle on track for the podium positions at the moment. So Tyler Liddell from 10th on the grid all the way up to 5th position. Phil Slay behind him in 6th. So last time through, lap time's the same for Smith and Crompton. Maintains at 4 seconds. And it's only a final leg number 1, 2 more legs to come later today.
Final 4-wheel drive button. Please prepare the race. Race order after 2 minutes. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 6, 8, 5.
So Crompton wanting to go and focus on Ben Smith, but he's got to watch his mirrors because Matt Thompson and Edward Callan are closing in on him. They're to come on the straight, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Ben Smith checked out, 5 seconds clear now at the sharp end of this A final. Crompton second. Thompson and Cullen pushing themselves along, trying to catch Crompton. Big gap then back to fifth place man, which is a great drive there from Tyler Liddell. Phil Slade 6, Eugene Galley 7, Ben Jemison 8. So Ben's been working his way through the traffic. 5 seconds still with a gap to Crompton, so Smith absolutely not letting off the gas. Here comes Ben Smith through.
Red Bull after 4 minutes, 1 second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 6, 5, 7, 8, 9, lead along at 12.
So still 5 seconds a lead for Ben Smith. He knows from this point he's got to keep it on all four wheels, just keep facing the right direction. 40 seconds to run in this A final leg 1. Paul Crompton's probably going to settle for a solid second. Race is on for third. It's Edward Callan now ahead of Matt Thompson for third and fourth. Tyler Liddell still running in fifth. And you've got Phil Slade right in his wheel traction. Eugene Galley catching him as well. 20 seconds to go, so this lap of one more lap for the leaders. Ben Smith goes through. Here comes Crompton, Callan and Thompson, so they've all pretty much separated themselves a little bit. So the closest battle is Phil Slade all over the back of Tyler Liddell onto the straight to go, and Eugene Galley not too far back also. You'll be finishing as you hit the line drivers. Here he comes winning leg number 1. Front pole position, Ben Smith, brilliant solid drive. Takes leg 1, here comes Crompton, 4 seconds back in second. Edward Callan is third, Matt Thompson fourth. And Phil Slade finally got through, got fifth. Tyler Liddell will be sixth.
A final 4-wheel drive leg number 3.
Up they go. Things start molding them in, up and down the hill. We have Ben Smith having a nice gap before Crompton here. Under pressure from Matt Thompson. Then we have Ed Callan very closely behind. 2 cars, very similar colours, very difficult to watch and work out who's who. But we have the power of the yellow wheels of Matt Thompson. Still holding his sweet spot. We have Paul Crompton go uphill, not too far behind Ben. Hasn't been gapped too much this time. His second entry and a bit strong in here. Over the tabletop jump, he's taking it up. Chase down Ben. Over the lumpy bumpy bits, they go up the hill. Sweeping it back down through the bump hole. A great set of corners on a great track. As they come through the chicanes onto the straight, we have a gap of 0.5 a second. We had a bit of a mistake from Ed, so that would leave Matt. Matt can get on with trying to chase down Paul, who is chasing down Ben. We have nothing between them at the moment as they come up the hill. And Paul's over. He lands back on his wheels. Champions roll. And he still has a gap, but he has Matt not too far behind. Matt has no pressure from behind him. He is keen to catch Paul. Then we have Eugene Galley. He's doing a great job after the 4th spot. Phil Slade. Then we have Ed Callan. And then we have Ben Jemison. Then we have Saunders, Tyler Liddell, and William Cannon. As they come over the straight now, there is a bit of a gap. There is 1.5 seconds from Ben to Paul. If Paul gonna push, I'm sure he's gonna push very hard. And wiggles his wheels as he goes over the jump. Ben comes down the hill through the bump. We've got a Eugene is hungry. Matt Thompson is seeing a trail of cars behind. He's not sure if he wants to let Eugene pass, but he's just going to make sure that probably doesn't happen. Up the tree front they go and down. He takes it after. And he's actually caught a bit of a gap with Phil Slade getting up behind Eugene. Eugene clipping the pipe slightly there, dropping back a bit. Phil is hungry. Then we have Callan very close behind Phil. It is close to the chicane now. Phil touches the pipe loosely, goes wide back onto the straight. That's remote head back up. 5 spots, there's the 5 spot. And on 2 wheels there we have Matt. It's not easy. Up that high is it naturally getting dizzy. As we come down the hill and back up the hill. Matt gonna keep his gap with Eugene behind. We have 2 minutes, 50 seconds, something like that to go. It's 2 minutes 30. We have Ben Smith 1.8 seconds in front of Paul, pulling a small gap now. We have Ben coming through the chicanes here, feeding neat and tidy, down the straight, round the bank corner with Paul not so far behind. Through the chicane section, yeah, it's the same gap again as you go through. We've got some fast laps here, 1986 and 1987 from those last 2 on these last laps. Still rolling up the hill, just numbers back down in front of Charlie Saunders. We have Gemmo on his list. To come down the straight now. What is the gap? It was 1.8 seconds. It's 1.88 seconds. Ben gradually running away as he overtakes the back markers. Ben comes round, and then there is Paul. Matt Thompson still holding the three spot. Doing a great job. He's not able to catch up with Paul, but he's holding the three spot. As they come on the straight now, we have the 2D cars. Ben and Paul. There's now a difference. Paul is catching. He's got down to 1.1 seconds. As Ben goes around the corner. Ben had a slow lap there. He lost a good 0.7 of a second on that lap. They are going fast on. Paul is over, back in his own. He is just doing those champion rolls all the time. He's loving it. He can keep in the battle. The gap is now 1.75. We have 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining, and it's not over, is it? Then we have Matt Thompson. How are you getting on? Still in the three spots. He's doing a great job to get past the back markers. Eugene hasn't been dropped, eh? Thompson has another roll. Back on his wheels again. He's fitted his back on the wheels, Tommy. And then comes over the tabletop here now, taking it in. Thompson overtakes the power on the straight, ready, clear. And kept it in there, kept it going out, trouble, holding it in front of Phil Slade. We have Ben, Paul, Matt, Edward, Eugene, then Phil, Charlie, Tyler, Ben, and William. They are all catching Eugene. Eugene is now having a nervous rear end at the moment as he comes under the straight. Oh, he gets close. Round the back corner now. Ed is hungry. Up the hill now and squeezing back down. Taking it out. We have the tabletop jump. Over that they go. Taking it out. We have Ben and Paul still on the straight. 1.75 between them. Back to that. It is their final lap for those guys. Paul is going to be pushing like crazy. As he comes down here. As he goes up the hill. He's working hard. Can he do anything? Get past Ben. There's Ben comes down the straight. They go down the straight. And Ben takes it. Gives him the overall win. Congratulations, Ben. Well done, Paul. You worked really hard. You pulled him back on that last one a good half a second. Fantastic work. Oh, can I get past Eugene? Missing all that stuff. Fantastic work.
A final four-wheel drive leg number 3.
And they're off and away. Ben Smith getting a clean start. Full competition, not too far behind. Paul goes over. Crashes in the worst spot to crash ever on any track ever made. So we're not talking about Paul anymore. He'll be at the back. But we have Eugene Galley. His legs are quivering. He's got Matt Thompson behind him as he comes down the straight. He has 9 hungry cars. And Matt Thompson regretting this error that dropping back. He could have had second, but he hasn't. Ben Smith out in the front, 2.6 seconds ahead. He's got Eugene, a little bit of a gap now, but he knows if he holds this off, it's not bad for an oldie. He goes down the straight, he's number 2, round the back corner, Matt Thompson 3, still Slade 4, then we've got Ben Jem doing the 5th spot. Really good, we got a crash car by 0.2. That gets marshalled fantastically by, oh no, there's a car over, what is it? It's a Gemmo, it's a Ben Jemison. Eugene Galley defending with his really wide car now out the back corner and up the hill on the tree trunk coming down. Matt Thompson and Phil, they are thinking we want to. Eugene kissing the pipe there, didn't work out well for him, but he's still in that 2 spot. The guys are close. Matt Thompson is hungry, Cardiff and tidy. Phil Slade going well, Cardiff and tidy as well. Small gap behind. Matt, by a little, doing a great stop from the 10th spot. And there's been a nudge. A long nudge from those people sitting in the same tent. It's fair though, he gets out of the way, it is all good. Phil was hoping to make use of that, but he gains 1 spot. He thinks he's going to get past a bit more cleanly than Matt. Matt thinking that was clean, but it wasn't. As they go down the straight, sweeping it right. They always do this change, Eugene having a small bump. Sweeping right. I'm going to watch the second in here. Oh, Phil having his touch with Matt. Matt getting back onto the right side of the as they got what's attacking you guys. Then we have Ben Smith. He's holding a very steady, healthy lead. And what is that gap? His lead is 6.5 seconds. The in-place spot of Eugene Galley still not letting up. Trying a little in the 4th spot here, thinking I can have second, boys. But it all goes right for me. So off we go. Eugene Galley back up the hill. He goes across round through the chicane, onto the straight. He is not letting this go. We're all watching in anticipation as Eugene Galli gonna get second in the aiming of the Schumacher SOOM Rd, but he drops his nerve. He gets it on two wheels, he saves it, but he drops down to the 3 spot. Tyler Little not too far behind, Matt Thompson not too far behind that. Through the chicane now, Phil Slade promoted to the 2 spot. He is thinking, ain't catching Ben. So it's all about defend on this one as he comes down the tree trunk up to the big tabletop now, springing the left. Eugene Galli springing up behind him too. Thinking, I can get this back. He's hunting, he's after this. Tyler made a mistake here, he's dropped back behind Matt now. Matt seems to get back up now, he's dropped back too many places. We have finishing. Actually, no, I don't even see him on the track, he is left it. He's cleaned up, he's in the thumb hole. That is how far away he is on the straight. Ben Smith goes now around that back corner, looking tidy with his Schumacher all day long. He has been looking good, and in the finals he is showing just how good that car is. Making it we go back to Eugene and Matt now. We have Eugene under pressure by Matt Thompson. Eugene was sitting on the second. He's now thinking he's actually alright, and he's going to defend it with all that he can. Taking alright now, coming down the hill. Matt gets close. I thought he was going to touch him, he didn't. It is the closest I've seen in ages as they all come down the straight. Nothing between them, so absolutely nothing. Coming down the tree trunk now. We've got Tyler, we've got Matt, we've got Eugene going for it. Getting all very close now, guys. Being great drivers between each other. Charlie Saunders not so far behind in the 6th spot. And Charlie has got glued to the back of Tyler. Unfortunately, that's not going to be working out as we pick up our 2 spot. We got Phil's mate. Eugene Galli a little bit further behind now. It's just second in a bit. Eugene goes over the jump. Is he going to catch Phil? He's got 30 seconds remaining of the final leg 3 as Phil comes on the straight now. How far away is Eugene? He isn't far behind at all. He's about 1.6 seconds. If there's a crash from Phil, that gives him the spot that Phil's over the big tabletop jump, taking it out. Soon the lumpy bump trips up the hill and taking a right. Catching up with our back markers, we have then. That will be letting Phil through in a second. And Eugene again, now it looks like a good lap for Eugene. It was looking tight. Eugene Galli, half a second out of Phil's play on that one. They have their last lap to do here. What can Eugene do? He is giving everything to the track. He's going up the hill now. He is closer to Phil than he's ever been. He is gaining on Phil. Phil's going to the chicane now. Looks like he's pretty safe, no mistakes. And off they go. Fantastic driving. Humbling.